So I have a folder of a bunch of anime episodes.
I would never dream of such a thing.
Each episode is in English, but it has a Japanese audio track as well, and it also has one subtitle for the English and one subtitle for the Japanese. I like my anime in Japanese, so I want to remove the English audio track and the subtitle for the English from all the video files in this folder. And there's also one more thing that I want to do, which is to set the second subtitle track, which is the one that I want. I want to set this as the default subtitle track. Right now you can see this thing called default over here on this track. I want to set this subtitle track as the default track. So 3 things that we have to do. The first step is to download mkvtoolnext. Just go to the link in the description below. It will bring you to this website. Scroll down until you find your OS, and then click on this link. And then choose which version it is. I'm using 64-bit Windows, so I'm going to click on this one. And then they're going to ask you where you want to save the setup. I've already downloaded and installed mkvtoolnext. So after you've done that, the next step is to click over here in this search bar and then search for Notepad. And then you should see this Microsoft Notepad application. Just click on it. And then I want you to paste in the code that I give you in the description. Now you should see this thing over here called object name of mkvmerge. To get that, you want to go to your installation directory of mkvtoolnext. By default, it's in local disk C, program files, mkvtoolnext. And there should be this file called mkvmerge. Right click on it, go to properties, security tab, and then this object name, copy that. And then you can paste it over here where it says object name. So once you've copied that, you can see this thing over here called -A space exclamation mark 1. -A means we're going to do something with the audio tracks. Exclamation mark usually in coding means not or false. In this case it means delete the audio track, and this 1 is the number of the track ID. So what's a track ID? If I show you this image that I made, in my case I have 1 video track, 2 audio tracks, and 2 subtitle tracks. And the track IDs are counted starting from the video tracks, then they go to the audio tracks, and then they go to the subtitle tracks. And it starts at 0 as well. So 0 would be the video track, 1 would be the first audio track, and so on. So in my case it's like this, and I want to remove the English audio track, and that has a track ID of 1, and that's why I said -A space exclamation mark 1. Next up is -S exclamation mark 3, which means remove the subtitle track with a track ID of 3, which is the subs for the English, which is what I want. So that's correct, that's amazing. Next up is --default -track space 4. That's going to set this subtitle track as the default subtitle track. As I said before, you need to do that. If you don't do that, the video player will not select this subtitle track by default. I don't know why they do that, but that's how it is. So we need to set this thing. So those are the 3 things that we want to do. We've done it. Now you can save this file. We have to save it in a little weird way, so just look at how I do this. Just go to the folder in which you have your video files. Click on this drop down and set it to all files. And then type in something. The name can be anything. And then at the end of it, type in .bat. That stands for batch. Then click save. So now there should be this .bat file over here. And if you run that, this thing will pop up. The CMD window will pop up, and it'll start doing some stuff. So then once that's done, you can close it. And now if you see, there are a few video files with a prefix of fixed. And if you open them,
そんな英雄どうかお待ちを
Anyway, it's in Japanese, and the subtitle track is the correct one as well, and it has the default flag as well. So we've done that. Now one more thing before I go. So we have these new video files, and each of them has the prefix. So let's say you wanted to delete the prefix of all the video files, but it's annoying for you to go through each of them. So if you have a folder with a bunch of files, it's going to be annoying to do that for every file. So just download and install a program called bulk rename utility. I'll leave a link in the description. Just click this button and then install it. Once you've installed it, you can right click on this file and then click on bulk rename here. This window will pop up, and then over here you can see this explorer. Just select all the files that you want to rename. So I want to rename these 3 files. So I'm going to click on the bottom one, and then I'm going to hold shift, and then I'm going to click on the first one. Now we have all been selected. And now if I click over here in this remove section, if I click on the first N inside of it and then use the arrow keys to go up and down, you can see the number increasing and decreasing. And then if you go over to the new name column, you can see the change the name. So I think like first N6, it does that and it removes all the prefixes. And then you can click on rename over here, and you can see it's renamed. Amazing. And it's also done. So that's pretty much it. Bye.